created to serve God by loving God and their neighbor. Our current age is deranged because people fail to fulfill this purpose. In his History of Rome, Livy says, "At first the national character slowly sinks, then slips downward more and more rapidly, and finally begins to plunge into headlong ruin, until these days, in which we can bear neither our diseases nor their remedies." Our society is very similar to the late Roman Republic. Men not only tolerate, but even celebrate sin. Walker Percy's saying that men have not the faintest idea of who they are or what they are doing reveals that men have forgotten their purpose. They love neither God nor neighbor, but are instead turned inward, concerned only with their own desires. C.S. Lewis says that instead of valuing virtue in conformity with objective reality, men are trying to conform reality to the wishes of man. And the solution is a technique. Instead of finding satisfaction in serving God and valuing the divine, men seek to satisfy themselves with technology. Men are trying to fill the God-shaped hole in their hearts with titillating technological advancements. Using science, men make their own gods. We may wish with Frodo Baggins that none of this were happening in our time, but all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. I applied to the University Scholars and the Honors programs because being part of an intellectual Christian community will both stretch and encourage me. I look forward to the diverse intellectual environment, the rigor of honors classes, and the challenge of writing an honors thesis. The University Scholars Program would allow me to combine my diverse interests into a unique interdisciplinary course of study. I have two career goals in mind: teaching in a classical school and working as a wildlife biologist. Having a well-rounded education would be ideal for teaching, allowing me to offer a variety of classes. If I become a wildlife biologist, I want to be a well-read, well-educated member of a community of intellectually curious Christians, able to contribute to the life of the church. I admire my parents for their dedication to lifelong learning, which they attribute in large part to their education in the Baylor Honors College. My dad is a classics professor, but frequently studies such diverse topics as soil science, Old English, and music theory. My mom's interests in the history of education and pedagogical approaches led her not just to homeschool, but even to found a classical school. Their Baylor Honors College education prepared them to live full lives, serving and loving God and neighbor. I hope to follow in their footsteps, finding satisfaction through fulfilling my God-given purpose and contributing to the renewal of a deranged world.